Infinity War has sold more tickets in pre-sales than the last 7 movies combined.
which include Black
That is
Panther,
crazy.
Ragnarok, Homecoming, Guardians 2, Doctor Strange, Civil War, Ant-Man, just in case anybody's wondering what those seven were.
In case you can't count backwards, 7 movies.
Some people don't remember which was the last, like the seventh one. Some people
But
might have,
still, it's
yeah.
outsold Phase 3 completely and a bit of Phase 2. If you want to hype up a bit more like that.
Ant-Man was Phase 2?
Ant-Man was the end of Phase 2, yeah.
Why did I think that was Phase 3? I don't know.
No, 'cause it wasn't in the Phase 3 announcement, and they said it was a palate cleanser for Phase 2.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Like, it's an event, you know what I'm saying? This
Mm.
is, I'm glad that this is doing this because it's showing the right way of doing it. So it's like the big event and stuff like that. And I,
But this kind
yeah,
of brings up the question, though, what are the numbers? Because they don't release those numbers. They're like
nope.
Netflix. They're like, oh, yeah, people watch this. And it's like, yeah, but how many people?
I,
One? Two?
I
No.
really hope that I get to see on social media and even in my local theater, like people. I mean, this sounds like an event, but I really hope they make it an event wherever theater you're going to, where maybe they have people like in cosplay or they have giveaways and stuff like that. It's like, when was the first time Thanos appeared in Marvel Comics? So, type of thing. Like, and then you win like
Yeah.
a little thing like that stuff. I feel like makes the movie going experience fun. At the same time,
See, you're more likely to get that in the States. Over here, you'll get a dude and maybe 2 people in costumes.
you
You buy your ticket, you give them your ticket, you sit down, you get out.
really like you're more
Yeah.
likely to find that in the States. Oh, is it because we have
Because here's
that?
the thing,
Yeah,
we just want the movie. We
yeah.
want to get in, we want to sit
No,
down, we want to watch it, we want to get out and go home. That's
in
how
the
it
in
is.
United States, I think a lot of it is about the experience and before and after the movie, like what you go to eat with your friends after the movie. If you're getting Whataburger, if you're getting like I don't know something else, like something really good. It's all about the experience before, after, and during the movie. It's
Yeah,
like
no, we don't.
like if you're waiting with your friends in line to go see Infinity War, what kind of conversations you're having? You're
See,
making all these
we don't
jokes,
wait in
stuff like
line.
that.
We don't.
Well,
The last time I waited in line for the movie was because I got there half an hour early.
yeah, well, not anymore. I think you don't wait in line no more because of reserved seatings and stuff like that. That
I mean,
you
even
could
with
just
reserved seating, it's still no. The only reason why I waited in line was 'cause I was there early.
yeah,
So
like if you're there before the theater has kind of emptied out and they cleaned it up for you to walk in, then yeah, you're gonna wait in line a little bit with like maybe 20 people. But it used to be like lines of 50, 100 people when there was no reserved seatings.
no,
So I definitely do enjoy reserved seatings more, and also. I do love going like 30 minutes early because the Draft House has this whole thing where they show like old clips, like old YouTube videos and stuff like that. Like maybe Thanos, like the history, like some YouTube video about the history of Thanos, or Thanos when he was like SNL type of thing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll show stuff like that, like old Avengers clips. I don't. Like it'll just be a fun time. I think.
see, no, we've never had it. Well, I've never seen anything like that. To be honest,
I just the only theater I know that does that chain is the Draft House. I think Santico's, which is only really Texas based, does a little bit of that, but not to the extent because that's why a lot of people like going early to the Draft House. If you ever hear about it, because they show YouTube videos about like the movie you're gonna go see. So like when I went to go see Homecoming, right, they were showing old clips on YouTube from like the Japanese Spider-Man, and they'll show like different funny videos and stuff like that, so you can have some fun with it. Maybe they'll show like a 2 minute like history of Spider-Man type of thing. It's just like varies, but I'm excited to see what they show for Infinity War because it's gonna be
mm.
interesting.
See, for us, the bit before the movie is when you get all your talking out.
Well,
No.
that too, yeah,
Like
that's
just
yeah,
talk, and then like when the adverts are done, you stop talking,
yeah. I agree.
and
The
then you're
same way.
silent for the entire 2.5 hours.
You don't because you don't get the whole clapping thing, right? Yeah, that's the you
Yeah,
know.
thank God we don't. I don't know what I do. I go mental.
We love the clapping thing. We love when people are we stand up at the very end like
So
woo.
obnoxious. So obnoxious.
I mean, I guess that's the difference in cultures, right? Definitely. Um,
But
yeah.
yeah, it's civilized and uncivilized.
But it's gonna be a good one, man. It's sold so much. I was tempted to get the whole like because I got my tickets to drop. So I was tempted to get the whole like like cup, glass cup, or
So we don't even really get those.
like
Or
stuff
the
like that, like the
special
collectible
products.
items. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I think
know.
the last time I remember ever having seen one of those
Yeah.
was for the Pokemon movie,
Well,
the original.
you know what? This is the States, and they're all about making a quick buck. So,
Yeah. But does
that's
that
all.
go to the theaters or does that go to the people that made it?
I assume it's a mix. You know what I'm saying? Because they're selling it in the theater, and you buy it with the ticket and stuff like that. And I assume it's definitely a mixture of that. But I'm not certain who the majority of it goes to. But I did get like a Civil War glass cup or thing, whatever. It was really nice, honestly. I think one came with like Cap and one came with Iron Man, and I got those two. I was so into it. But yeah, look.
Yeah.
This is gonna.
No,
This clearly this is a big thing, and we already knew that. But
oh yeah, it's
yeah,
10. No,
yeah.
it is the end of a 10-year build-up. Like.
Yeah, I mean technically, like Avengers 4 might be that, but I mean this is like 10 years.
Well, this is the end. This is the start of the end.
Yeah.
No, we don't technically know what Avengers 4
No,
is.
we
And they
don't.
are
Yeah.
hiding that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
dread to think how that marketing's gonna go.
Like this is the end.
Like this movie's already spooking me a little bit, so I don't know what the
you
hell.
don't you don't think you'll be able to live up to Infinity War?
Oh no, not nothing like that.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
like, you know, Avengers 4 is the end.
Yeah,
Like, there's no
it is.
two ways. There's no two ways about it.
Bye, Cap.
So
Bye,
this
Iron Man.
movie, the start of the end, is doing this. What is that movie gonna do?
I wonder if they'll have like a thing at the very end, like an after or mid credit or whatever, and it'll like one will be of course for the future, and then another one will just be all the actors saying thank you for being here. So I know they did already that for YouTube.
I can imagine
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
Avengers 4.
Yeah, that's what I
If
imagine.
so-
Yeah.
But like, you know, Infinity War is the first time you don't know what it's gonna say at the end. You know, it always has Blur will return.
I'm assuming Spider-Man
Yeah, but
or Doctor
it-
Strange or Black Panther. Like if any one of those, like
or what if like Thanos, something happens to Thanos and it's just Thanos will return in
that'd be.
Avengers.
I don't know if you could kill off Thanos type of thing. I mean that goes into the whole like how the story
Well,
is
here's the
structured and
thing.
stuff like that.
You kind of could. You could kill him off and use that as a way
Dude,
for the death obsession.
that'd be cool.
Because you know they like this is a completely different topic here.
Yeah.
Where they've kind of changed his. I don't want to say origin because they've said what they filmed was going to be like Thanos Rising, but like his whole backstory where in this it's still kind of that Jor-El thing, but he's more like a Zod sort of side where he's got, oh yeah, we should kill half the population of Titan to save the planet.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're a madman. And it's like, oh, I see where that name's come from.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they've kind of done that route, and like it's still kind of in line. With
So
nowadays.
he's gonna. Is that what you're hearing? Is that he's gonna be like that guy?
That's apparently what I. No, someone's made one of those little fact images things. You know, it's got the picture in like the wall
Yeah,
of text.
yeah.
It's one of those. I never trust how real they are,
Yeah.
but like that's what they've said. And it matches up with what the actors have said that I've actually seen as well. But you know, if that is the case, I'm fine with it. But you know, you
Sure.
could do that. And apparently, he's been going around. Like what he's been doing is wiping out half the population of planets at the minute anyway, and he wants to go on to do it to the universe. So it kind of makes sense if you kill him off in this one, do the whole thing with death in the next one, and then make Avengers 4 the more Thanos people quote want.
Yeah, I mean, all that. I just would love to. I wish we had that extra, however long they said they took out of Thanos.
I don't know how much it is, but I said they.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna assume 15 to 20 minutes,
I don't know. It's
maybe 10 minutes, but I'm gonna
'cause
assume like
you
that.
you could do is like you haven't really got to go much into like you could start the movie and have like do the Thanos Rising panel where it's little baby Thanos drawing, and then he gets bullied, and then it turns out he's drawing a dead lizard.
you
And
know what?
you push him like, and you go on with the rest of the story that way. It's like, oh look, like this is kind of how he was then, and this is how he's now. Like, he's always been that like social outcast because that's what he is.
You remember I think everybody remembers from The Dark Knight where like the first 10 minutes 5 to 10 minutes were like this little short film quote unquote of the Joker and kind of like a robbery and stuff like that. I always love when movies do that kind of whether it's about the villain or another character, whatever it may be. Like
You have like the villain intro, and then
yeah. I love that villain intro, and I would have
That's
hoped
what a lot of the
that's
Phase
what
3
Thanos would
movies.
be.
That's
Yeah.
what a lot of the Phase 3 movies have done.
Yeah.
You know, Ego had that Vulture had that. Hela didn't have it, did she? That was Surtur had that in Ragnarok. Killmonger had a little bit of it, so
Yeah, I definitely love the villain intros, and I think it can
it
benefit from
works.
that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know this is definitely kind of like this piece of news is an excuse for us to just talk about Infinity War because really it's coming out, and that's all there's going to be really about. So get used to hearing a
It
lot about
also
Infinity
works
War.
as a fantastic segue because speaking of villains and coming out, not that kind of coming out, but Black Adam is targeting a 2019 production start date, which, yay. Does this movie have a writer and a director yet? No.
Well, I mean, isn't that the writer? Like whoever wrote the script and turned it in already? That's the
But is
writer.
there a
I think it's somebody from Dwayne's production company and stuff like that. They wrote the script together, and then they just need a director. And he says if everything aligns well, 2019 production start is entirely possible.
Yes.
Now, they just got announced that I think there was a director who's going to be on board for the Hobbs and Shaw spinoff for Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
got
like that's
announced today.
another movie that Dwayne has to do that will probably
Mhm.
take away from this. So I personally still would love to see this because I love Shazam and Black Adam, and I know you're one of the people like it doesn't really matter to the whole like universe. It's barely a universe in the first place.